Okay, okay, go ahead.
Okay. This is Oldecam.
And this is Notaspringchick, and you know, we've been talking about the death of the internet. And it's kind of, well, it's not so funny, the death of the internet, but there's some reasons that people aren't understanding about the internet that really do make a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Each type of community has its own strength.
Which is what this is as important a thing as when she said you have to go on a cookie diet, because each piece of media does have its own strength. We talked about it before, but the problem is that everybody wants one thing to be a catch-all for everything, and it isn't.
Well, you know, and part of it is I say go on a cookie diet. It's not that I'm on that Hollywood cookie. I think it's a Hollywood cookie diet.
Yeah.
Where you actually eat the cookies, are like meal replacements.
Well,
but this cookie diet has to do with the internet.
The internet, because it's one of the most important things people have ever been said, because people don't clean the cookies off their computers. It's why our internet site doesn't have the ratings that it should have. I mean, we're still well up there, but our link total is higher than our rating on the internet, is because my system doesn't allow cookies to be placed from our website.
So what does that mean to people?
Well, it means that the people that do the internet tracking can't get an accurate tracking on us because they don't allow internet. They don't allow cookies. You know, because
part of it is we don't like cookies because, I've always said, well, cookies make you, well, they don't always make you fat,
no,
but they do slow down your computer.
They slow down your computer.
Just like they slow down your system.
One cookie basically they can tell you where you've been, what you're doing, how long you've been there, and basically it's just like the government tracking every motion you're doing, except you're doing, the people who put the cookies on, you do it. And I hate cookies because they used to call it filtering, where they were originally on the Microsoft Explorer. They took them off because it was also removing Microsoft cookies, which would tell you, why did you place a cookie on this site? And our website continually, page after page, we were getting from Microsoft. Why did you put a cookie? Why did you do a cookie? Why did you do this?
This will give you a good indication, because remember they say, can we monitor how you use this program? Because when they say something like that, you know there's a cookie.
Yeah, and I try to get it. Okay, you know that our software to keep the cookies off our computer has cookies that send information back to the people we bought the software from. Which is
a good reason why you use multiple cookie removers.
That's right, because they'll basically axe out the other guy's cookies. I mean, I've got 5 different sets of virus and malware and cookie on my computer, and I've got it on the email, because I mean, I can tell you, we get tons of garbage from the Vatican, because the Vatican puts HTML and cookies on your system because they want to know who's using the stuff. The movie companies, if you go to, say you want to go to a site to find something about the movie, they put a cookie on you. And it drives me crazy, because I'll sit there, because no matter how good the cookie removers are, several times a day, I have to go back and remove things. You can't remove the Microsoft cookie because it basically is a violation of your terms of agreement. But but if you go to MSN, you go to Yahoo, you go to Google, those things, they put cookies on you, and I don't like them knowing what I'm doing, so I sit there and remove them. They're basically the standard cookies, Norton antivirus, Somatic. Those things tend to get stuck on everybody's system that they don't get removed. I don't have Norton antivirus, and I don't have Somatic, so I don't want those cookies on my computer.
Which means, like, if your computer's slow, like, clean out your cookies.
Yeah.
Go on a cookie diet. Do disk cleanup. Well, we're actually getting off on that because
it is sort of important too. We get back to the topic about okay, no matter what they say, like I tell a woman, one size will fit all. No, one size doesn't fit all, because she needs extra small clothes, and when she goes to the sizes 3 sizes higher, they look like plimp size. So one size does not fit all. I mean, like this is, my shirt is it's basically is an extra large.
What's that like saying advertising is the same for everybody?
It's not the same way. We'll talk about one size does not fit all in healthcare. That's another anomaly. Okay, an advertising campaign that works on radio does not work on television. an advertising campaign that works on over-the-air TV doesn't necessarily work on cable. What works on cable more than likely doesn't work on the internet.
Do you think it has to do with their different audiences?
They're basically, yeah, there's a different audience, but they build a one-size-fits-all mentality in the advertising industry.
Oh, they do.
And it's the advertising industry that's basically driving the so-called death of the internet.
Why would the advertisers not want the internet?
Because they don't know how to. They
don't know how to monetize.
They don't know how to. They don't know how to figure out how many people are looking at something. Because
there's the main reason.
Yeah. If they go to our website says that we're in. I don't know. We're in the top 10% of websites in the entire world. If you figure it by the fact that we do have X amount of hits, but
since we're cleaning out all the cookies and everything, that's actually kind of
it's
skewed.
We skew the figure because we actually have more people coming because I have another system that monitors bandwidth used on the website. Our bandwidth is extremely high. I mean, you know, like 4 to 5 gigabytes of bandwidth a day, and we don't run a lot of.
We don't run a lot of videos on our own site.
Not a lot of videos on our site. So, and we don't have clickable pictures. So, if you see a picture, all you're doing is seeing a thumbnail because the problem is that people steal our pictures. And when I stopped putting them, I used to put them up in big, and at one time I had 80 pages of my work on Google. So when I started making thumbnails, I dropped off the map on Google.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because they don't like thumbnails because you can't steal them.
Ah.
But that's how it works. I mean, they're like 50, 60 on Yahoo, the same reason. But they cannot figure out how do we measure so we can monetize. You can't measure. We have over, by my latest count, 21.5 million links on the internet.
Well, isn't that, I mean, that's what Nielsen ratings and all those things are for, because like, if people, advertisers like newspapers is like, how many subscribers, what's your readership, how many views do you have?
But it doesn't work on the internet because people they've built up firewalls, they build up defensive things to keep you from being able to read where you're going.
Then how's a company supposed to know which internet to use for advertising?
Basically, you have to remember.
What numbers to trust. You
have to you trust the link totals, but the link totals have to be done stretched out over. You not only have to look for, say, we have www.montybubbles.net. We also have .org.com. We have Old Fart Network. We also have Old Fart Network on cell phone too. But we also have the News Video Web and a bunch of others. Each one of those is a separate entity that has its own set of totals.
Well,
and then we also have, they'll tell you, we have 17 keywords that are mostly exclusive to us. You know, like BS the Bear, the bikini, BS the Bull, Bear the Market, Oldecam, Notaspringchick, Bikini Czar, Monty Bubbles, MBN, News Video Web, and BC, NVW, and
what's
so
BC?
Bikini Czar.
Oh.
So, but these are things that are exclusive to us. You have to go look under each one of those things. You also have to go separately look at Microsoft. You have to go to Bing. You have to go to Google. You have to go to YouTube. You have to go to each one individually, and there's where the links thing, because there are almost always a different set of links.
See, part of it is like some of the videos, and you're like, well, why do some videos get a lot more attention than others? Because there's one thing, what did they ask us about if we want to be featured? They ask us, we can pay a fee to have our videos featured, which is a lot of people do that have high link totals. And number two, our videos all come free to everybody. So therefore, which means they can all copy them.
They can all copy them, and we give everybody free license as long as they don't change things. I mean,
which is why our link total is so high.
Which is our link total is so high. I mean, we got like I've got the consumer electronics. I've got like 12,000 links on consumer electronics because of videos I've done. People have taken that video and then put it over on their sites. Notaspringchick has over 2 million links on gifting suites. It's all because our videos are allowed when we load up a video to any of the sites that we load. We do have like 8 or 9 sites that they go to. Some sites are limited, like only 1 video a day that we can put up because it needs the bandwidth, and others we can do 5.